In honor of spring just around the corner, and even though there's snow outside my window, I really want to get all of the outdoor things decluttered and organized today so that when spring really hits Maine, I'm going to be ready. As you can see, I kind of have this wonky shelf, and then not everything fits on the shelf. I've got stuff on the floor. It's just not an ideal situation. If you are in the same situation, I will say as a tip, if you can get things stored vertically and leave some floor space, it just helps you so much more because you have room to move around, room to work, and it just doesn't look such an overwhelming cluttered mess. I got a nice set of shelves that I've been using throughout the last year from Lowe's as well as Amazon, and I know Home Depot has the same ones as well. It's really been a game changer to help me to get organized after I declutter. In one of my videos where I was struggling to put something way here at the top, one of you mentioned that it would be wise if I would take the top shelf off of a few of those to make a new shelf. I think that is just a brilliant money-saving idea. My daughter Ava got to work taking some of the top shelves off, and she created this shelf for me. So that's definitely one of the advantages of getting your shelves at the same place, because then you know they're going to fit together. If you're like me and you don't have a garage or a storage shed, you got to think outside the box when it comes to things that you're going to use outside. So what I've done is I store mine here right near an exit. I also have some things stored underneath my house. In fact, that's where we keep our lawnmower because we have a porch that doesn't have a foundation under it, so we're able to slide some things under where there's no foundation. So for me, between using the underneath of my house and also some vertical storage in my basement, I've been able to overcome the problem of not having an exterior shed. So before I can start with my decluttering and organizing, I'm just going to need to pull everything out so that I can put my shelf in. This is a collab hosted by Robin Buchanan from Minimalist Home and Denise Jordan from This and That with Denise Jordan. And you're going to see lots of amazing creators helping you to get organized and get things decluttered. If you had the goal to get your home decluttered in 2022, or if you just love to watch decluttering videos, you're going to love this playlist. I'll leave the full playlist in my description box below. I'm looking forward to getting rid of this shelf. I think it's done its time. I think I might end up adding one more because it would still keep things under the window. But we're going to see what fits first. What I plan to do is put the heavier stuff on the bottom so that you're not trying to lift it from over your head and giving yourself a concussion. And when I put the next shelf up, I'll be putting the chainsaw on top of that so that it's out of reach in case there's ever kids down here playing. Not that there ever is, because honestly there never is. It's just one of those mom things you think about. This stuff, I got shingles here, a little bit of scrap trim, is all going to restore for donation, but quite honestly, it is way too heavy for me to even budge. I'm just ignoring it and I'm going to work around it. Even though I was pretty sure I was going to be using an additional shelf, I really wanted to try what I had on these shelves first before I made that decision. I'm not afraid to work and rework a plan because I don't feel any responsibility to get it done the first day I work on something. I'm going to choose a usable or doable amount of time. It might be 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, or it could be as much as an hour depending on the day. I'm going to do that amount of time and then be free of the job, and I'll schedule another time to keep at it. And over time, that is how I get things done. I have found that small increments of time help me not to get burned out so that I am able to be in it for the long haul. Once I was done, then I realized, yes, I did need that additional shelf, and thankfully my husband was willing to help. I have my husband out here and he's going to pop off that one shelf just so you can see how relatively easy it is. It's going to be like the fridge shelf that knocked me in the face. There's a video to link in the description box. Me getting punched out by my refrigerator. All right, so now we're going to bring it over to the other shelf and put it on the top. So let me know in the comments, did you know you could mix and match these so that you can make them as high or low as you want? I would have never thought about it, but thankfully a viewer friend mentioned it down in the comment section. So I really appreciate when you guys share your comments because it really does help me. Okay, let's continue. So yeah, this can stay here. It's nice and light. I did have a couple chemicals I didn't fit, so I'm going to switch these to here. Ideally, I'll eventually want to put these in a clear box with a lid, but I'm not going to let that stop me. This is going to give me the general idea, and then I can measure. So whenever you're getting new shelving and you're going to want to get Rubbermaids to go with it, I would highly suggest measure, measure, measure. So you want to measure the depth from the wall out and as well as across. But one mistake I made the first time is I was measuring this distance, not thinking about the pole. So you'll want to make sure to measure from inside the pole to inside the pole so you're not running into this. There, now all my chemicals fit nicely. So I know, that this is a size I'm going to want, but I'm going to want it just a shave higher because these are a little bit tall in the back. But this helps me to just use what I have to get the general idea on what I want to do. I'm going to put soil and fertilizer in this box. Then I'm just going to slide our leaf bags. I could put it underneath, but since I don't have a cover for this, I'm just going to slide that right on top. I got this. And this I'm going to put our yard tools in because I really want them somewhere with a lid. Let me see if this fits. Nope. The axe does not fit. All right, my Christmas stuff is in a clear box now, so I'm going to use this, which was a Christmas box, to put all of my yard tools. Because I really want to have them in something with a lid. If you're getting tips and being encouraged by this video, I invite you to click on the subscribe button and click the little notification bell, select all notifications, and YouTube will let you know whenever I upload a new video. These here that were rolled up, they're actually to put on your car to keep any frost or ice, which is a great idea in Maine. The problem is we've had them for years and we never think to use them, so I am going to pass those on to someone who would really appreciate them and use them. Last and oh so important is to get labels on my boxes. And then everybody knows where stuff goes or where to find what they need. I love these pantry ones because they're peel and stick and they easily peel off if you ever want to change them. Once you've had your system for a while, you can put on a much nicer, much bigger label. But for now, I think this works for a little bit so I can see that I'm going to like it. We have our rakes and shovels and our weed whacker here in this box. But if you have holes at the top of the handles, you might consider seeing if you can get S-hooks that could go on the edges, and you could be hanging rakes from your shelves if they're up high enough. This looks so much better than what I had, and now the floor is cleaned up except for this that is being donated, and I feel like we're ready for spring.